We are back in Kansas City, and I decided to hit up a couple of different thrift stores today. And we are at the Goodwill, and they already have their Halloween stuff put out, which really put me in the mood for some like holiday stuff because Halloween's right around the corner and it's one of my favorite holidays. So I'm going to be on the lookout, not just stuff for resale, but also some stuff for me. And maybe I did a little too much shopping for me. Immediately, I found this never used new wood tag planter and I loved it. So I'm like, you know what? I think it was only like $2.99. I bought that for me. That's not for resale. So I did pick that up and it came in handy because it turned into like my shopping cart. So I have that with me. Looking at the toys, and I don't usually look at toys except that sometimes you find some stuff that doesn't belong here. So I'm just taking a quick perusal since I have to walk by it anyway. And then somebody was like right next to me, so I'm pretending to look at these games, which I don't really have any interest in whatsoever. All right, let's get back to work. Here's, they decided to move stuff around and turn it into colors. I thought that was a really cool like wine bottle, maybe for a Christmas gift. Thought that was a neat little cozy. And koozie, did I say that right? I think that's a candle holder there. Again, I liked it for me, but not for resale. And I'm gonna say the shelves looked a little sparse, which is not usual for this Goodwill. There's a big old spongeware container there, some fake flowers. This is the Goodwill that's closest to me, and it's usually way more packed with stuff. I found this candle and it just smelled good. I like came around the corner and I could smell it, and it had like some sea mist scent to it. I found this picture and it did have like a hobbyist signature on the bottom. It has a handle, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get it anyway. And then I went right back to the candle. I'm like, man, that really smelled good. And I could not for the life of me figure out who made it. It had the scent on it, but I didn't see a maker. So if you guys know, let me know, because I was kind of like infatuated. It was really a nice smell for a candle. All right, let's keep going. I found this aisle, which just had some little trinkets, a tiny little pottery vase. It was signed on the bottom, but it wasn't exciting enough for me. And then up here, I found these butterfly salt and pepper shakers, and they were Lennox. I think they had them individually priced for $1.99 each, and I hate when people do that. They're a set, they're salt and pepper shakers. So I said, if I can't find anything else, I'll come back for them. They are Lennox, and maybe somebody wants them because people really love butterflies. And I just forgot about them, I'll be honest. I did not go back for them. All right, let's keep going. Over here on the next aisle is the white section, and I found these cute little ghosts, but they were plastic. I was hoping they were going to be like just covered coffee cups, because that would be perfect. But nope, they were plastic. Oh, and then I saw this little riser. I'm like, that would be good for knick-knack sales. I don't need it. I have like 4 risers, so I left it, but I did think about buying it. Now we're in just the kitchenware. Sometimes I find some good stuff here for myself, so I just go through and see if there's anything I need. Lots of plastics, nothing I need. Oh, but I found this old syrup jar. I love the stars on it, very atomic looking, but the top was broken off, so it had no lid. All right, over here, I found these adorable little nutcrackers, which was one of my things I had to find in the scavenger hunt when we were at Brimfield. I know these are mass produced and I know they're modern, but I still think they're adorable. Look at the witch and the cat and the Dracula. I really like the cat one, but they were like $5.99, and I'm like, I don't like it $5.99. If it was like $1.99, I might pick one up just for my own decor, but at $5.99, I walked away. And then there were some twinkle lights that also caught my attention. All right, now we're in the mug section. I like finding handmade pottery mugs. There was a little seascape one. That was all right. And I think that was like more like a stein. I don't know. And then I found this really cute mug that said like Cat Mom or something on it. Not that one. But it had a big old chunk missing out of the rim. So there it is. I don't know why they sell mugs with chips in the rim. That seems like a hazard to me. I'm not even sure anyone would buy it. I don't know. What is this? I found this and I have no idea what it is. Like, why is there holes in this tiny little bowl? If you know, let me know. All right, I didn't find much in the cup department. At least those shelves were stocked and fully full. I found this cute little Disney picture frame. Obviously it has Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and I'm not one for Disney, but I thought it was really cute. And at $2.99, I definitely thought there was some wiggle room for a reseller, but you know, I gotta like what I sell, so I left it there for somebody else. I'm sure they will thoroughly enjoy finding that. Pasta maker, I already have one. I do like to make homemade pasta. And then I found back here these little egg cups. I know that sounds weird, but you like put the eggs in there and it's like, they make like soft boiled eggs, I guess. I don't know. I was reading the thing, but I'm like, all right, keep going, keep going. And then down here, it looks like I found this like, I'm like, wait, back it up. Vintage Pizzelli maker. And I love those Pizzelli cookies. I hope I'm saying that okay. They're like Italian thin cookies. Ugh, they're so good. And then over here, I've never seen this store have a craft section before, so I was kind of surprised to see all these crafting supplies. But then I found this old ephemera for grape nut flakes. I don't even know what those are. And then I found some cards. I probably should have picked some up. I'm low on thank you cards, and I actually do like to send thank you cards out. I probably should have got that. Oh well. I think I meant to pick it back up, but then I got distracted by all the other crafting supplies. And what is in there, we'll never know. And then they had like these chenille pipe cleaners. All right, nothing I need. I'm not a crafty person, so but like I said, you'll find stuff where it doesn't belong, like that ephemera does not belong in craft supplies. And then bathroom stuff, which I don't touch. Now this picture really freaked me out. It's a bird, but inside was like all these different messages. There was pictures and letters. I'm like, all right, I'm walking away from that. That's got hidden messages in it. Oh, and then I found this. This was so cool. It's one of those 3D prints with elephants and birds, and it was like kind of psychedelic. I remember those when I was a kid. If you grew up in the 80s, you probably had one somewhere in your house. It was $4.99. I didn't need it, even though I liked it and played with it. All right, let's keep going. We're in the picture section, obviously. Oh, I did like this print. It had like little blue flowers on it, and it was on clearance for $5, and now you could save a whopping 25 cents by buying at Goodwill used. So that made me chuckle. All right, over here I found these little teacups, and they were marked. They were more modern. I think I said like pretties or something, and they are pretty. And then I found this. This is like the Kirkland 12 Days of Christmas in ornaments. And I looked at them. I thought about it for myself because I'm doing my own Christmas tree this year. And I'm like, I could use a couple more ornaments. And I'm like, yeah, they're not vintage enough. I want to do all vintage ornaments. And then I found this cute little dog trinket dish. I didn't know who the maker was. Definitely more modern, obviously, but still cute. Got some golf bookends, some wicker, more picture prints. And then I found this. I'm like, oh, look at this cute little ceramic tree. It's white with red stockings on it. And I'm like, that's got to be modern. And then I flipped it over, and no, it said made in Japan on one of those old stickers. And it's a music player. Music box, not really a box, and it was only $1.99. And I said, you know what, if this isn't vintage, I'll just keep it for myself. I'm gonna risk it for $2. And of course I looked it up as soon as I got to the parking lot, and it is vintage, so I was super happy about that. They were at about $20-$25, so definitely room for some profit in there. And if I don't sell it, I'll keep it. I like it. All right. Oh, I thought that was going to be Linux too, but it was not. Just a regular sled. Fake plants, lots of fake plants here. All right, Christmas seems to be the theme of the day here. I like that Santa Claus cookie dish. That was not an exciting Christmas tree. Oh, and then I found this tree topper. I hemmed and hawed over whether or not it was vintage. The cord doesn't scream vintage, and the plastic looks a little newer. But it was only $1.99, and you said, you know what? I need a Christmas tree topper. I haven't picked one out for my tree I'm gonna have this year, and I like this one. So I did buy that for me. Do you see the theme here? I'm buying a lot of stuff for me. Not good as a reseller. All right. And then I found this bag. Had some Christmas stuff in there, so look at the cat. I wanted to check it out, see if there's any ornaments in there that were vintage, but I didn't see any. Some more little spongeware jugs. Yeah, they were kind of cute. Not my thing though, and it has a handle, so that's a no-go. More handles. I don't know why I'm looking at these. All right, over here we found a dish set. That was really pretty with the cute little houses on it. I don't think it's terribly vintage. Like, did I miss any Christmas? No, I didn't miss anything. Oh, and then I found all these Santas here, and I'm like, a Santa basket. And it was that heavy, like, plaster material. Yeah, cute little Santa that was ceramic. Not terribly old, I would say 80s, 90s. And just a glass. I found this cute little gingerbread house, and I think it's to hold a candle, and it did have a date on there, like 2007, so it's getting close to vintage. I don't know, I just liked it. Made me happy. And then I thought, you know what, I'm not going to ship that, so let's keep walking. Look how big that is. I'm not going to ship that. All right. Down here. Oh, this caught my attention immediately. It's this, not that, that's a ghost. A cute little ghost, but modern, so I put it back. But this down here, this Celadon Asian vase, and I'm like, wow, that's got some crazing to it. I wonder if that has some age. And so I flipped it on over. It is ginormous, but I used my one hand and flipped it on over, and it did say made in China on the bottom. So I did put it back because it turns out to be more modern, even though it has like real legit crazing in it. It was modern, but very pretty. I love the florals on it. I do not need it for my home, so I did leave it. And then this was a cute little Christmas set of dishes with snowflakes on it. I didn't see a maker on it, and then I turned it over, and the teacup had a maker, and I already forgot who it was because my memory is just shot. So yes, cute. And I thought that was going to be Fiesta for a second, but it was not. Got some Temptations, and some Vera Bradley. That was like a little purse, but it opens like way up, and you can put like your wallet and stuff in there. I'm like, oh, that's a weird little purse. More glasses. And then I thought about the dog dishes for a minute because I like the copper color. Glasses. Little boom box there you can carry around on your shoulder. All right, I didn't find much else over here in this section. And this like wall is kind of like their, I don't want to say better stuff, but better stuff versus what's in the normal aisles. All right, now we're at City Thrift, and this is like right down the street. So I found these mushrooms, and they are totally modern, and I am once again shopping for myself. I couldn't read the price on it because they write on these, and the writing wears off. I can't read it. I think he charged me like $2.99 each for those, so I did buy them for me. All right, I think this is a regret. This is a Talavera plate, and it's gorgeous. It was marked on the back. It was only $5.99. I probably should have got it, even though it would have been a pain to ship. I do think it's really pretty. The colors on there are gorgeous. So I put it back, and now I have regrets. All right, if it's still there next time, I'll get it. I doubt it. It was so good. All right, we're going in the candles section, see if there's anything here I need. That was a shell, like a fake shell, but it caught my eye. Nope. See, I love finding the candle pillar holders too because they're good for paperweights. Oh, I found all these tiki mugs. I think they were on like $5 or $6 each. Definitely modern. They all had modern stickers on them. But I wanted to check them out, see if there's anything I need to have, but alas. There's the yellow one. Yep, still has a modern sticker on it. So I'm like, you know, I'm not going to get these, as cute as they are. And I know tiki mugs are very collectible. I just thought with them being newer, they're not as collectible as the vintage ones. And if I'm wrong about that, let me know. I did like this one, though. I went back to it a second time. I like that little headband he was wearing, so. And the green color was cool. And then I found these, like this completely epic find of the Viking glass in the bullseye pattern, candle holder bonbon dishes. and amberina, persimmon, whatever. And I loved it, so I got it. And then these derpy little owl was so rusty and crusty. I loved him. I had to get him, and he's gonna go on my porch. He was $7.99, but he's not for sale. And then I found his friend up here, but I did not need him, so I left him. I just wanted the rusty, crusty one. And there's a nice menorah there. Oh, that was the nice little necklace holder I missed, and a cupcake holder. I don't make cupcakes. And then I'm in the vase section. I thought that was a nice little Native American piece. Some ginger jars missing their lids. This caught my eye because, not that, this vase looked like it might have been hand blown, but when I got it closer, I'm like, maybe, maybe not. It's not that exciting. It was not marked or anything. That was Crate and Barrel. That kind of surprised me. I bet there's a little room for profit in there, but it's too modern for me. Look at all those sugar caddies. Lots of florals up here. And then I found this vase, and of course I liked it for me, not for resale, but it had a big old chunk missing, and it was $15. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pass on that one. All right, any other vases catching my attention? This is like their decor area, but people put stuff where it doesn't belong, like mugs. Nah, it looks kind of nice all clumped together like that though, doesn't it? Kind of goes on nicely. I like these little fake flowers, but they were like $5.99. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you get them cheaper, brand new, so I don't need them. I did like that tray though, with that purple, green, and black on there. And then if you give me a box with boxes in it, you know I'm gonna sit there and open it. So this was like the 25 days of December, I wanna guess. And then each slot, you get a treat every day or a gift. So I went through a couple of them. There were no treats or gifts in it. So I closed it. I said, this is not a fun box. There's no surprises in it. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I saw this. I'm like, wait a minute. I have this matching vase. And then I turned it over, and it was like Teleflora. I'm like, didn't expect that. All right, I'm over here because I thought that might be a nice crystal bowl, but no, just glass. And, oh, that was a cute little unicorn paperweight. Not my thing. I like that iridescent vase, but I was trying to get to the picture behind it because I think that's Italian, and it had a lot of marks on the bottom, like a lot. Look at them all. But it was $14.99, and it didn't say where it was from, so, and it has a handle, so 3 strikes. I kept going, but I did put the vase back where it belonged. All right, let's keep looking. I don't see anything I need to have. Oh, I found a Fenton Bell with no clapper. It was like a little pink hobnail. I don't do well with Fenton Bells, and I don't even know how much it was, so I left it behind. Let's see. Oh, these were cute. These were little pottery mugs, but that is definitely not big enough for all the coffee that I drink every day, as cute as they were. And they weren't signed, which was kind of surprising. And then back here I found all these little Blendo juice cups, and they look to be like in really good condition. I don't know if they remade those. They look like the vintage ones, but they look like really good condition. And then I found this Bunnykins Royal Dalton Bank, and I think it was only $4.99, but I don't have much luck with the Bunnykins, so I left that behind. That looked like a, I don't know, hobbyist piece maybe. And then I found this little Mexican folk art candlestick, and it was marked on the bottom. There was only one candlestick holder. If there had been a pair, I would have got it, but I don't need a single one. Oh, I knocked everything over to get to that egg. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Couldn't read the etching on there. Oh, and then I found this. It's a Joseph Originals. It's one of the newer ones because it has the brown eyes versus the black eyes. It's a number 7 birthday girl. She was in great condition. She has no issues. She was $5. And then I found this. I'm like, I need this in my life. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on, but they're like lucite flowers. I don't know if it's new or old. I want them. I bought them for me. They didn't even have a price on it. I think he charged me like $1.99. And there's a lamb lounging, or a sheep. And there's a panda at the bottom of that cup. It's like all the critters came out today. Pelican. All right, one last look. Now we're at the third thrift store. We're at Dave. And this thrift store benefits disabled veterans. And right off the bat, I found this Empoli purple little vase on a twisted pedestal. And I'm like, it was like $4.99. So I did buy that. And then I found these jewelry jars, and they were like super expensive. They were like $80 each. And just twisting it around real quick, I didn't see anything I needed to have in there. I really do like the mission of this thrift store, so I don't mind spending up because I know this goes to a great cause. But I need to spend it on something worth my while. If there had been some better jewelry, I probably would have got it. That is not Murano. I just had to check out just to make sure. We're in the vase section. Just checking it out. See if there's any other planters I might need. I'm going to put my balcony patio area, do all pumpkins and mums, and so my owl's going to go out there. So I'm seeing if there's anything else I can add to that. I found these mud men. I had some luck with mud men in the past. These look like really modern ones, so I did leave them behind. And then I found this ceramic egg and a derpy turtle. The turtle caught my eye. I couldn't figure out if he was glass or acrylic. I was tapping on him. He had some like weird pink color going on. I'm like, what are you? I'm pretty sure it was glass. I don't know. I left him. Modern pumpkin. And then down here, I'm looking through the glasses that they had up here. It was just like a hodgepodge of stuff. There was vases, glasses, margarita glasses, but there was only one. I like the swirls on it, and I like the crackle of that, but there was only one. There were no sets. Down here, I was walking and walking. We're gonna get to it. It was one of my favorite finds of the day. There she is in all her glory, a ginormous Natrashka nesting doll. It was only $12.99. I shook it. It sounded like they were all in there, and it was pretty heavy. I didn't check it out. I'm like, I'm just going to get it. We'll take the risk. $12.99. And then I found this old magnifying glass. And I used to have somebody ask for magnifying glass when I was live selling over on Whatnot years ago. And that just kind of reminded me of him. I did not buy it. And then I found this girl. She was like a little Irish girl. She had little clovers all over her. She wasn't marked. Cute little tchotchkes. Seeing if there's anything that catches my eye. Of course, I'm always on the hunt for vintage Halloween for Maggie. That seems to be her thing. She likes that. No, not seeing anything. I'm also still on the hunt for a perfume bottle stopper for the perfume bottle I got in Massachusetts that I need a stopper for. That was pretty, but not marked or anything. I like the tulips on it. And then down here, this section is like their vintage area. So they know it's vintage and they mark the prices up pretty significantly. There's a little egg coddler. I didn't see a price on that. I've sold those a lot in the past. Some pink depression glass. That little covered dish had some enamel flowers on it. It was $20. It was cute. It was cute. And then I found this skunk, and he was adorable. And I'm like, I need you in my life. I want you on my shelf at home. You're $19.98. I'm putting you back. So, yeah, no. Maybe if you're like $5. All right, who makes this dish pattern? It's adorable. It's got all these colorful roosters on it. It is not marked. I loved it. I do not need it, but I loved it. It even had a creamer. Very festive. I like the colors. So, and here's the find of the day. No, not those. Put that up. Put that away. I knew it was Fenton immediately when I saw that snow crest. And I'm like, that's the Spanish lace pattern in a teal blue. This is gorgeous. I've never owned one of these before. It is absolutely stunning. So, of course, I had to buy that. It was only, it was marked Fenton. I was checking on the bottom. It had its logo. It was only $19.99. So, of course, I'm going to pick that up. And I've already comped it out. They sell upwards of $200. So that was definitely the find of the day. yeah, I was excited about that. I'm like, any more Fenton? Any more Fenton? No, no other Fenting. But we kept going. A cute little vase there. And then I found this. This is Wade, like Wade Whimsies. They make dishes like cups and coffee mugs. I probably would have got that if it didn't say Irish coffee on it. One of my biggest regrets of selling was this really cool Wade coffee cup with like clovers on it. It was like the perfect size, the perfect handle, and I don't know why I sold it, but I did. And I've had regrets, and I cannot find another one. I even look online for one. I will buy one offline if I ever find it. Look at that derpy little owl. He's got little colors coming up. Cute little paperweight. Definitely an Asian import, but cute. No price on it. I think it was, maybe it was $5.99. I don't remember. I wasn't going to get it either way. Little owl. Cute little cat. Oh, I thought I was going to knock over that whole tree. It started to sway. All right, let's keep looking. This is a cute little section here. Ooh, that guy creeped me out. He was not a cutie. I don't know. That's got to be Halloween decor. He was kind of creepy. More glasses and steins. Up here, there was a couple more bottles and more glasses. Oh, and then I saw this monkey, and I'm like, wait, are you like one of the newer ones or one of the older ones? Because they make these like modern, and there's some antique ones. That was definitely modern. It had a made in China sticker. So I kept walking. All right, let's see. What else can I find? Oh, that was a little Humpty Dumpty teapot. I thought he was cute. I think he was $20, so I left him behind, but he was adorable, probably vintage. And of course, I have to give you a little bonus footage of Pretzel. I was telling him how much I loved him, and he does this cute little head tilt. And I said, "You're such a good boy, and I love you very much. Are you happy to be back home, or do you want to go back on another adventure?" And we're having this fantastic conversation. And then he looks at me with those loving eyes and burps in my face. Thanks, Pretzel. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.